half of the viewing area didn't really see much of any rain. Others, at least, we got a good downpour, and that was mainly across parts of Perry, Northern Dauphin, Mifflin, Juniata. I'm going to show those areas here, but there's a time lapse as we go back to just show you kind of the evolution of it as that moved across the area. Lots to really kind of pick apart with this. First, let's talk about the rain. And you can see there, Northern Dauphin, parts of Cumberland, Northern Franklin, Perry, Mifflin, Juniata. We get down into like Southern Franklin and Adams, York, Lancaster, Southern Lebanon. Not much rain at all. You can kind of see some of the higher amounts, maybe areas approaching an inch. We're not talking about flooding rains or anything like that. I'd say a quarter to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain in this area. We get into Northern York, for example. You can see there's not much rain there. This is Doppler estimated rain. But that's where we got a lot of wind damage reports. So that just goes to show you don't necessarily need to have pouring rain, driving rain from a storm to get wind damage reports. We zoom in, and again, barely any rain from it, but we have multiple wind damage, tree down on roadway between intersection of Old Forge and Schaffnertown Road. That's just giving you one example, but we did have some wind damage reports across the area, as Alicia mentioned at the top of the show, even some power outages. Willow Hill, Duncannon, Eville, and Hummelstown. Here's some rain amounts. Again, not overly impressive, but nonetheless, we did get some out of those storms. And the high today making it to 92, much closer. As a matter of fact, only 4 degrees from tying the record high today. A lot of humidity in place. Dew points kind of give us an indication of how much moisture's in the air. High dew points in the 70s. That's about as humid as it gets around here. Dew points in the 70s, and you can see dry air closer to Sault Ste. Marie. That'll be arriving on Saturday. Before that happens, we still have another front to deal with. You can see the humidity remains high for tomorrow before it begins to drop. And then by next Monday, Tuesday, even feeling much better. So there's the line of storms kind of falling apart that we had today. Next line will be moving through tomorrow evening. However, this is not one of those guarantee, here we go again, another good strong line. Watch what happens as we head into tomorrow evening. We start to see a broken line of storms develop. So I think it's going to be one of those kind of hit or miss types again. Once that clears out, looks like Saturday is going to be quiet. Watching storms on Sunday, do we go stray or should we maybe bump that up to scattered? I want to watch that a little closely. Moving into next week though, drier air returns here for us on Monday and Tuesday. So we could go from 92 tomorrow to 77 next Tuesday. So it is going to feel nice too for the weekend.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. All right, tonight's military hero.